Don't go there by bus because you will be robbed, you will be like kidnapped, or something will happen with you for sure, because mafia is there at the border. So yeah, I was almost kidnapped.
Her mom asked her to help her to help her to get out this python out of the house, and she obviously forgot. And then by the time she got downstairs or something, the python was around her mom and was almost like killing her.
You go to the doctor, you just want prescription, and you have the best possible insurance. Still, you will have to pay for that one paper $50. Maybe I am biased because I love Australia, but I don't know, that they're literally coming out of your toilet and grab you on your ass.
Hello and welcome to Finding Your Place, a show about people and their stories of moving abroad and finding a place to call home. This podcast is going to help you enrich your culture and knowledge, or help you move abroad. I'm Elena, and in today's show, I'm joined by Dana, a friend of mine who I met in Prague. Back in 2013, when Diana graduated high school, she had a clear goal in her mind. She wasn't sure how, but she really wanted to move to Australia. And if you ask why Australia, Diana doesn't have a clear answer.
You know, since childhood, I dreamt about moving abroad. I don't know where did I have that desire from, because nobody in my family travels as much, and I just knew that I will grow up and I will move somewhere. I just had that thrill, and I really had a huge desire to explore the world and move somewhere. But I was also always fantasizing about Australia. Back then in childhood, of course, I didn't have like a reason why exactly Australia. I just probably was watching Discovery, and that's what I remember. I mean, on TV, and seeing all these animals that we don't have, and I was just fascinated, and I wanted to see it someday. Um, but then after school, I didn't have much choices where to move, I guess, um, because to go straight to Australia, that would require a lot of money, and I don't come from a rich family, so. But that's an advantage as well in some way, I guess, because I had to reach everything on my own. So to go to UK, what I needed was good grades after school, and tuition fees were covered because UK was in the European Union. So that was not too much to worry about. That's why I chose UK, because also I knew English quite well after school, and I thought, okay, perfect idea. I will study in UK, then I will be just active and engaging in lots of activities, and then after I'll see, I will find my way how to get um, to Australia. So yeah, that was like a long-term plan to me. And yeah, I just what is also weird, I didn't have something like fear of moving from home to UK like many people have. But they're thinking how we will do this while it's first time living alone and so on. I think that my goal was so strong to move to Australia after all, and I was just living with this, and I didn't care. I literally didn't think about anything, and I moved alone. Didn't think that most of my friends, I mean school friends, moved to London, because also myself, I didn't study in London, but I went also for financial reasons. I chose a city called Sunderland, that's close to Newcastle. Probably Newcastle is more well known. Yeah, and I don't regret that, because that was a perfect experience, and gave me lots of opportunities. Then on my first year, I was like participating in all possible events. I found a job, and then on my second year, I went on study exchange program to Czech Republic, Prague, where we met. Then on my third year, I had internship in London. Fourth year, I was finishing bachelor's, and also I was very active at university, like participating in all possible events. During masters, I was also full-time student, and I was working as the president of education, and that gave me even more opportunities because I was meeting different kind of people, like higher people, I would say, in higher positions, and then I was going for different kind of um, events, conferences, even abroad in different countries. And that helped me to believe in myself and to not fear talking in public, uh, which I had lack in before. So that's really great experience. So after that, I moved to USA because I was working there at Marriott Hotel. I'm sure that most of people are well aware of chain hotels like Hilton, Marriott. So yeah, I was working in Austin, Texas, and I just returned to Lithuania because of COVID, because the hotel I worked at closed. And yeah, and after that, I moved to Australia, and well, I guess some people might get bored by that, but yeah, and now I am again in Lithuania just to change some of my documents and my visa for Australia, and I will be back there. I hope quite soon.
I
Yeah,
see this like super hardworking, focused lady. She has one
yeah,
goal, Australia, main
yeah,
focus, doesn't care about anything
yeah,
else. Like everything
yeah,
else is kind of a breach in her life. Why
yeah.
you were in the UK, you already knew you're gonna move to Australia. Why did you decide to go to the US? What was so appealing with the US that you kind of thought, okay, Australia, but I'm gonna go take this opportunity for this and then gonna move to Australia later on?
Actually, that's a very interesting question, but I like it. I mean, um, why US? Because back then I thought that I lacked some experiences for Australia, and probably most people know how hard it is to um, move to Australia. So I was thinking that if I go to the States and get experience there, it will be overall more valuable in Australia. And that's what I've been told at the university, that American experience is more valuable in Australia, and it's gonna be easier to get permanent residency and like visa um, in Australia after having experience in the States. So even let's say if I was offered to stay in the States, that wouldn't be not an option for me, because I just saw it as a breach, like you say, and like I mentioned before. I actually would not say that it's 100% true, because since I moved to Australia and I've been talking to different people, I mean, I feel as if I could just go after UK straight to Australia. But I mean, I don't regret anything because every experience is valuable. So maybe I just had to do this. Yeah.
So, Austin, how long did you live in Austin, Texas?
I moved there in 2019, and um, I left to Lithuania because of COVID in 2020.
How was living there? Tell me about your life in the US, living the American dream.
Well, for me, it was never an American dream, though. But I would say I had a crazy adventure there. Starting from how, since Texas is really close to Mexico, I don't know if others would want to know about that weird story. How did I decide to go, no matter what, by bus from Austin to Monterrey in Mexico. Uh, I mean, that's just Diana. I would not recommend anybody to do that because everybody was saying, don't go there by bus because you will be robbed, you will be like kidnapped, or something will happen with you for sure because mafia is there at the border. So yeah, I was almost kidnapped, to make the story short. Yes, and all my documents were stolen. So yeah, it's good that visa um, was in my passport and my passport was in my bag, but everything else was stolen. And yeah, it's good that I
Damn.
was not stolen. Yeah, so that's a part of American dream, I would say.
But
Yeah.
did you like it in
But
America? Like, how did you find the culture? Was it difficult to adapt?
well, I would say that it depends. I am just too social and too, in a way, naive, and a person who is ready to give everything to others. And I got told many times that I should be cautious and not to like tell my life story to everybody. um, I guess to a person like me, it's a bit hard to um, get adapted there. But for the person that is more introvert, I would say, would be easier. I would say this way that uh, it was a really great experience, and I would not change anything from there. I would probably even repeat it if it was for the same team I had. I mean, the same people that I met there. But if to say if I wanted to repeat a work experience there, then definitely no, because for Americans, work is everything and they live for work. For me, I work to live. Definitely not to, definitely not the opposite. And it will never be in the first place. I mean, work will never be in first place for me. It's family who is in the first place. And for them, that is so strange because even with holidays, they get maximum of 10 working days per year, and your time off is not guaranteed, even if you have earned it. Uh, I mean, if manager decides that um, you need to be at work, basically you will get the money for your time off you earned, but you will not get time off, which is not acceptable to me. Um, yeah, but that's not a bad thing. Maybe for others, it's just not for me, I guess.
How would you compare that with Australia? Because you right now, you lived in Australia for the past months.
Yeah.
How would you compare life work balance in Australia compared to America?
I would say there is a huge difference, huge difference, because after I was saying about the American experience to everybody, they were like, "So how is it in Australia? Won't you be saying the same about Australia after you move there? Because it's obviously different to travel and to live. I've been to Australia before I moved there, so I was like, no, it's absolutely different. People are so relaxed there. Obviously, I find culture in Australia really similar to Lithuanian and to generally European, to what I am used to. I mean, um, there is definitely a great work and life balance. What I like is that people are really active there, and that motivates me. I mean, you can go to the beach at 5 in the morning, and most people will be there because they wake up by the sunrise and they go for a walk, or they jog, or like run, whatever they exercise in the morning. Then they have their morning coffee, and so then they go to work. They work till like what, 5, like 4 or 5, and then they meet friends, they hang out. So they manage to do everything they need in life. There is nothing like they just work the whole time. And yeah, that really motivates me, especially that they are so active and they wake up early. Yeah, uh, that's really one of the biggest things that I like about them, as well as like medical system, like healthcare system, is really great there in the States. Like to compare, um, you basically need to co-pay even if you have best insurance. Um, you will still, let's say you go to the doctor, you just want prescription, and you have the best possible insurance. Still, you will have to pay for that one paper $50. It depends on your insurance, but yeah, usually the lowest copay is $50. And then the queues are massive, that you will get the help you need is very unlikely. And even though the country is huge, but they have such a big problem with healthcare. When in Australia, well, you don't pay for emergency and so on. I mean, for healthcare, and it's all included with your work benefits, no matter you are self-employed or just working for somebody. So that's a big thing as well, because for me, as I say, family is in the first place. So I'm thinking where I would want to have my children in future and so on. And I would not say that USA comes even close to me thinking about having children, because it's like a mess there. So yeah, education, healthcare, and work, and um, hobby and lifestyle balance is, in my standards, it's the highest in Australia.
What other benefits you noticed in Australia or advantages that you like of life
Um,
there?
Advantages, I would say, good weather all year round, even in winter. Like, now it's winter in Australia. It's still, what it means that it's winter there. It just means that it's gonna be raining more often, but weather is gonna be still good. In Europe, well, especially in UK, it's just raining and it's always cold. There, even in winter, it's gonna be about like plus 20 at least. So always, like most of the times, good weather, uh, temperature is great. Then um, you have huge variety of things to do, not like in Lithuania. Well, you can get bored very easily. Uh, there you have everything you can dream of. I mean, you can never possibly get bored, because in all your life you will never discover the whole of Sydney. I'm not even talking about like the whole continent, Australia. So yeah, for example, in this couple of months that I've been living in Australia, every day I was going for sunset to different places, and I still didn't discover all of them. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
love that. I love how big it is.
What
And
other sort of activities are there? Like, because you said there's a lot of things you can do. Would be good to
oh
give
yeah,
a.
basically depends. I guess depends what you like. But for me, I like all kind of water activities. So um, I'm not that good at surfing. I tried a few times, but I'm really bad yet. So I guess I have to learn to do this better. Then you can go hiking, because there is lots of mountains and hills. Um, while you can go for a movie just with your friends, because there is lots of cinemas. I mean, it's even nice to just go for a walk to the park, because it's tons of parks there, and in every park you will see um, different kind of animals. And in Australia you see animals you would never see in Europe. So to me, everything is interesting there. Maybe I am biased because I love Australia, but I don't know.
You are
Yeah.
definitely, totally, absolutely biased, but I love it. And that's totally acceptable. That's the place where to be biased. Did you meet a kangaroo?
Oh, of course I did, and they're lovely. Not like some people say that they are literally biting people and they are dangerous. I mean, probably if you're gonna be like annoying then probably they will kick you. But in my experience, I fed them. They were lovely. Yeah.
What about the downsides? What do you hate about your hate? Maybe hate is a bit of a strong
Um,
word. What do you don't like about your
yeah.
life there?
Well, I was thinking about it. What could I not like about Australia? I came up with only thing that you know like I said, I don't feel homesick or something like that, but with years, I feel more attached to people I spend the most time with. So let's say once I'm in Australia, I constantly keep thinking about friends and family that are in Lithuania, and um, I I just want them all to be there in Australia, and I feel sad that they are so far away, and I know that they will not go to Australia. Well, they will probably visit me one day, but yeah, but not that they gonna move there, because not everyone is as crazy about Australia as me. So yeah, the distance, I guess, is for now the only downside that I found. I guess maybe somebody is expecting me to say something about spiders or some like
Snakes?
snakes or yeah, I don't know. Actually, I saw snakes in Thailand, but I never seen them in Australia yet. Hopefully, we'll never see them. I went even through the rainforest in Australia, and I didn't see any spiders. I also heard that spiders are only there in houses which are in the countryside, but like I say, I didn't see any spiders. I saw pictures of my friend picturing spiders, like quite big spiders, but she lives a bit in countryside, not like somebody says that they're literally coming out of your toilet and grab you on your ass.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah, I
scary.
don't think so.
Uh, what when you said about snakes, I don't know if you heard Margot Robbie, the actress who is in Barbie.
Yeah.
She's from Australia, and she has this like story on I think it's on one night show, last night show, Saturday night show, whatever it's called. And she talks about how she when she lived in Australia, basically she had an argument with her mom, and then her mom asked her to help her to help her to get out this python out of the house, and she obviously forgot. And then by the time she got downstairs or something, the python was around her mom and was almost like killing her. So
Oh, no, I didn't hear
yeah,
that.
it's quite impressive. The way she tells this story is fascinating as well. So I guess that's where like people connect Australia with snakes and
Yeah,
spiders and all those things.
definitely, definitely. Like all my friends tell me that no, we're not gonna go to Australia, and just because we are afraid of spiders and snakes, I say, don't you think I am less afraid of spiders? Like I'm freakingly afraid of all insects.
What in terms of like career and development, how easy do you find like finding a good job there or
Well,
finding the perfect job for you?
I guess that it depends what you're doing. For example, in my field, like same as yours, I guess it's a bit tricky because you are unless self-employed, like then you will be fine. Or if you want to find um, a job in tourism and marketing or business there, and you want to stay in Australia, like to get permanent residency and further passport, it's a bit harder because it's not one of the required professions, and there is a list. I'm sorry, of skilled and required professions in Australia, uh, like and people who have these occupations, for example, medical degrees or IT or engineering. These people, they are easily getting permanent residencies and jobs. I mean, literally, they don't even have to try to search for a job because it will be always there. But for other, then you have to kind of search a bit. I mean, unless you want to work in a store, then also no problem. So literally can find a job in a cafe or hotel or store same day. But
Oh, wow.
if you want to if you want to have a higher position, then yeah, you will spend like a couple of weeks, I guess, if you know what you're doing, if you have a degree. Um, but the easiest way is to definitely have one of the required occupations like medical, IT, or engineering. That is why actually now I am changing my visa and my documents, because I decided that I will study IT. Uh, don't tell me
Wow.
that it sounds crazy. Yes, because I find it as a way for me to get a permanent residency, because other way is to get married with an Australian, but that's definitely not my choice and not my way. So yeah, uh, so I will study IT there, and I was told that with IT degree, I have kind of as high chances as someone in medicine to get a permanent residency, and I don't even have to really work in that field if I don't want to. It's just a matter of a degree. So
Oh,
I will
that's awesome.
see. Uh, yeah, maybe I will like it as much, but it's just that IT is very different from my field, from tourism and marketing. That's why I say uh, now I see as if it's gonna be a bit boring to me. But generally, whatever I put my mind into, I reach that. So I'm not even doubting that I will finish that degree and I will graduate. It's just that I'm not sure whether I will want to work in that field. But anyways, the goal is to get the permanent residency. So there we go. And I will try everything I can for that. I mean, everything what is logical and ethical, I guess. Yeah, because I'm not going to go like through the heads to like and do bad stuff as some
That's
other would.
fair.
Yeah,
Don't get married. Um,
yeah.
what what sort of advice would you give to people who would want to follow the same path of yours as yours?
Most important thing is to not doubt yourself and not to be afraid of anything. If you dream of something, let's say you really want to see the world, so just go for it. Don't think of any obstacles, because if you will think of obstacles, they will definitely block your way. Just go for it. And no matter what, I mean, I believe that most of people are able to reach everything they want to. I I wanted to say that unless you have like extreme disabilities or like extreme things that block you from achieving your goals. But then I remember that even some people who are uh, sick and disabled, even them, I know a lot of people who are really motivational, and these people reach more than the ones that are healthy and just are saying that they dream of something, but they don't put any effort into that. So I would say just don't think too much. but do what you really dream of, and don't be afraid of obstacles, because everybody has their own um, path, and their own obstacles that they need to endure throughout life. And after you reach certain things, you will be more proud of than if you live your life and then you think, oh well, I could have done that and that, but I was too afraid. So don't let the fear to block your dreams and to prevent you from having a perfect and amazing life. Yeah.
I love that, and I think that's such a good, you're such a good example of this, because you knew where you want to go. You were focused. You're not fearful.
Yeah.
You went through all the adventures. You've been in so
Yeah.
many countries, and you definitely can give the best advice about not being fearful.
Yeah,
So,
and
love it.
exactly, I feel like I had so many reasons to give up and so many reasons to not follow my path, and like to say that, well, uh, I'm done. This is too much, or like I can't do this or that, because so many people doubted me, and so many um, things happened that could have prevented me from doing this or that and achieving my goals. But still, I continued. Even when I fell down, I stood up and I continued. So that's what I wish to others, that they would never stop believing that one day they will reach their main goal.
I mean, this kind of brings me to one of my last questions, and
Yeah.
I ask it very often, but I know what you're gonna answer. But I want you to expand on this. Does it feel like home living in Australia?
Well, yes, definitely yes. So for me, like I was saying to you many times before, I'm really probably biased with. I'm sorry for my background, but I'm just in a library, so yeah. Um, and yeah, I'm probably biased about Australia, but it's so weird, anyways, that even at home in Lithuania, even though that I really love Lithuanian when at school, I participated in all competitions of Lithuanian. I mean, generally I love languages, but I participated in all competitions of Lithuanian. I literally love Lithuanian culture and so on. But I don't feel as at home in Lithuania the way I feel in Australia. So first time that I went there in 2018, I just traveled there for I think 3 weeks, and I was literally thinking. I was standing like on the edge of a cliff, just looking around and thinking that I am so far, I am alone, because back then I traveled alone, and I was feeling so at peace and so much at home that it was so weird. I even had like goosebumps all over my body, thinking that it's amazing. Probably, I don't know, like in my past life, if there was one, I was an Australian. I have no idea, but I felt so good. And I was for some time afraid that once I moved to Australia, I will be kind of disappointed, because it's always different to travel and to live. So I felt maybe I will be disappointed, and it's always like this, that I have such huge expectations, and then it's kind of painful when you kind of get your
Get to live
expectations broken. Yeah, but I would say that now that I live there for a couple of months, I still have the same feelings. Still, my expectations didn't get broken, and it's the only place so far, even after traveling to 99 countries, where I feel like at home. Yeah, I'm too stubborn. I guess if I am convinced with something, then that's probably the only way how it's going to be. It's extremely hard for me. for somebody to change my opinion if only, let's say, I see myself um, an opportunity in that other thinking.
I would like to thank you for joining my podcast today and for finding time and sharing some funny stories. Actually made me want to go to Australia, even the shark one. So and
Hopefully you didn't get scared.
not at all. And I would like to wish you good luck with all your adventures. Thank you for bringing these lessons today.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and that was a real pleasure. And hopefully that it was beneficial to some other people who will be watching this, listening to this.